Hello, long time no see. So today I'm going to talk about how I'm studying Japanese. I've been living in Japan for a while, and I think, Japanese is so opposite from the English language. So I know it's really hard for English language speakers, native English language speakers, to learn Japanese. And so today I just want to talk about, some of the ways that I am studying Japanese, and maybe this might give you an idea for how you want to go about studying Japanese, or maybe you're just interested in this topic. I don't know, but let's get into it. The first thing that I'm doing, I hated this website for so long, and I finally got back into it. And of course, I'm talking about WaniKani. And initially, I could not get into it. I did not understand how they had structured it. I didn't like it at all. But recently I've gone back and I've, added the subscription, and I've been doing WaniKani, and I am so upset that I actually think it is working and that it's helping me learn kanji for once and for all. So that is really unfortunate, but if you were like me and you tried it before and you hated it, maybe try it again and see if you can find the good points in it somehow. It's deep in there. So yeah, there's WaniKani. Another thing that I'm doing for kanji, so to really learn how to write kanji, the WaniKani app doesn't teach you stroke order or stuff like that. You have to get another text, and there are tons and tons of kanji texts out there which teach you how to write kanji. But something that I'm not sure people have seen, I was having a problem where I would go through a notebook after copying down so many kanji. But you can get some of these. So this is a notebook. Let me get the, this is called Personal Smart Note. And basically these pages are made of like a kind of plastic material, and you can use a friction pin. Where's mine? Over here. There it is. So like one of these pins. Okay, so basically you can write and copy a whole bunch of kanji a whole bunch of times, and then you just use water to clean it off. And this has been really useful for me because, with all that copying, all that writing, you go through paper so fast, I felt it was kind of wasteful. So having a notebook like this where you just write and then you can erase it easily with water is really great for me. I initially bought this for some of my classes because it also has a function where you can take a picture and then upload that picture. But I really think it's a lot better for this kind of practice where you're writing something down and you are going to have to erase it. You just want to get that kind of muscle memory in there. For me, that works better. I've tried to do it on my iPad of, writing kanji, but it's just not the same. I don't get the same benefits as I do of writing on a piece of paper for whatever reason. Okay, so that's what I have going for me on the kanji front. Moving on, when thinking about reading, so this book has been the best thing to help me. This is 366, I guess, pages of Japanese history. So each day it has, like, this is what the pages look like. So it has the date at the top and what happened, a little cartoon, and then like a short paragraph. And I think this is targeted towards kids, but it also touches on, I guess I would say, kind of pretty intense topics. So like today in December, it did talk about Pearl Harbor and stuff like that. So you are getting exposure to kanji that's not just kid focused. And it also has furigana so that you know how you are going to read that kanji, which I think is really helpful. What I really like is that it's short, it's one page, so you don't really get bored by it, you know. And yeah, let me show an example of how I treat a page. So this is a page from August, and it's very light, but I have like green writing on there, and that's where I go through and I try and translate words I don't know, mark them up, and kind of draw a line connecting that, if that makes sense. So yeah, I highly recommend this book. I think they have one that's like this but for world history, which I also want to get, but for right now I'm still going through Japanese history, and I think it's really good. Oh, and another point about this is that a lot of these figures are famous in Japan, so they talk about some Japanese historical figures, and I know from my, you know, Western education, I don't always know who these people are, and they seem to be like common people that everybody knows. I think it's like how in America we know who Lewis and Clark are, you know, so things like that. You get to know figures that are important to Japanese history and Japanese culture. You okay? Okay, so that's what I'm doing on the reading front. You're breathing quite loud. Okay. I am also going, I've taken multiple Japanese courses, but from my experience in Japanese classes, a lot of them move at a pace that I can't always keep up with, and it's like move on, study, 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 take a test, okay, new information, study, 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 and take a test. So I feel like I'm familiar with a lot of simple grammatical topics, but I don't feel like a pro whenever I use them. You know, I feel like I get it if I see it and I hear it, but I'm not confident in my abilities with them. So for those kind of grammar, I have been reviewing the Genki books. These weren't the textbooks that I used when I was taking Japanese in university, but you know, everybody knows these books, kind of famous, like Mina no Nihongo. So I'm just trying to go through and see, like, recharge my memory and get up to date or improve my skills that way, if that makes sense. And I have like the workbooks for that too. Another grammar book that I recently got, this was recommended to me by my Japanese teacher. So I have it from N3, which is Try N3, and it's got with English edition, N3, N2, oh god, and here's N1, a bit presumptuous of me, but you know, not bad to have around. So those are with more grammatical concepts moving forward. And basically I just want to look at those, review them, go through them, see if like try and get more accustomed to those grammatical terms. So yeah, that's what I'm doing with those. Something else that I am going to start doing is I do really need to keep like a kind of daily written record, because I think that might help with my Japanese abilities whenever I can't speak to someone, is, you know, going through, being able to do some output, some of that writing process and writing down and using the kanji that I've learned. So I'm going to start trying to keep a daily kind of Japanese journal. which I'm not really too excited or looking forward to because I struggle with keeping journals even in English, but I think that would really help me a lot, especially, with writing and stuff like that. So yeah, that is what I'm going to do. If I get any money, I'm going to probably book some lessons online with like italki or something like that. And yeah, if you have any recommendations for me about, good free stuff, I have the, what is the name? Thai Kim's Learning Japanese. I do have that app. I don't feel like I work as well with apps as I do with actual physical books I can work through. As sad as that is for me, because having it on a digital format is so much easier. But I'm gonna have to stick to physical books for now. I've seen that, and I think it's called Link, but I call it LinkQ. I've tried that. Anyways, now I'm getting off topic. But if anyone has any recommendations for me, I'd be happy to hear that. Please leave a comment below and like and subscribe, and yeah, bye.